Early chance at Bristol City. Vardy!
Oh, he's done it.
As well as got the finish. Here goes Bell. It's a brilliant run from Sam Bell all the way. Ruthless stuff from Bristol City.
Good evening. The Robins will be disappointed to have left Hertfordshire empty-handed after a largely dominant performance against Watford, as City controlled possession and created more opportunities than their hosts. Well, Nigel Pearson will want to see much of the same against the Blades tonight. However, they will come up against one of the top performers in the league thus far, as Paul Heckingbottom's men look set to seal the second automatic promotion place to the Premier League between now and the end of the season. A win will lift the Reds to the same points total as last season and show a marked improvement in the league table to accompany the evidence shown on the pitch. Well, hello, good evening and welcome to Robins TV, live from Ashton Gate. Thank you very much for joining us. My guests this evening are both highly trained athletes. They are experts with the ball and they proudly wear the Bristol City badge, although one slightly more recently than the other. Ladies and gentlemen, my guests tonight, former City defender Chris Honor and current City defender Rob Atkinson. Both welcome to Robins TV. Thank you very much for coming. Rob, we'll start with you. How's the recovery? ACLs are horrible, aren't they?
Yeah, very slow, but that was to be expected. 6.5 weeks now post-op, but slow and steady. We're making progress now, just trying to get some of that strength that I've lost back into the leg. Yeah,
must be very frustrating because, you know, being a footballer, you love football, you want to be out there. What process are you having to go? Is it just purely rest at the moment, or are you able to do some training?
It was purely rest for the first 4 weeks, but that allowed the muscle to just completely disappear. Now it's left it very weak, but I've started conditioning, you know, a bit of ski erg, ropes, bike, trying to build that muscle back. And yeah, as I said, it's going to be a long journey, but I'm happy to do it. I've accepted it, and I'm ready for it. Yeah. Good man.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Unfortunately, one of the side effects of having an injury is you can come and do Robins TV and have the joy of it. The side has suffered with injuries. We're hearing then that Joe and Thomas back in training. That sort of helps Nigel's selection process, doesn't it?
Yeah. Listen, you want all your players fit, available for selection, so you can go into every game with the best arsenal possible. But Joe's in training, Thomas is getting there as well, and both really good players that, you know, will make any team in the Championship stronger. It's good to see Nazy and Scotty back as well on the bench. Hopefully we'll see them get a few more minutes today, and hopefully we can, you know, build a bit of momentum towards the end of the season now.
Super. Chris, you follow the City boys with great gusto to do jobs like this and the radio too. What sort of game do you think we're going to see tonight?
Well, I think it's going to be a good judge of where we've come from earlier on in the season. I think we've vastly improved. We've been talking regularly about the potential of the club, but now the team on the pitch is beginning to support that ambition. Just talking about Rob there, it's such a disappointment that obviously he's suffered this injury. We were talking just off air before he came on. You know, I wish him all the best. It's a big challenge mentally and physically, and I'm sure the club will make it as interesting as possible over the next 8 to 9 months as he works hard in the gym and gets over all those injury issues. And some of them are a pressure. You know, in your own head, you've got to really push yourself hard in the gym just to keep yourself enthusiastic. But we miss him, and we miss a lot of the lads who, you know, you just rolled off a few names just then. They're all coming back to fitness. And yeah, if they're all fit, what a great side we got.
Good stuff. Look at this, getting advice. Rob getting advice from the old sage in the corner. I love it.
It feels a little bit like that.
You're watching Robins TV. Time for some team news now. The man, as always, in the know is Toby Osborne.
Thanks very much, Downsy. Well, Paul Heckingbottom makes 2 changes to his side tonight. The back 3 remains with George Baldock, brother of former
Bristol City man Sam, now playing for the Greek national team as well. He's in the side alongside Egan and Robinson, forming a back three. The second of two changes sees Ahmed Odzic come in to replace Bogle. Question marks over his involvement tonight with his wife heavily pregnant at the moment, but he'll play with wing back with Max Lowe sitting on the opposite side to him. John Fleck comes into the starting 11 as well. Maybe a more advanced role for the big man through the middle, Sander Berge through the middle alongside Man City loanee Tommy Doyle. It means Ndiaye, who scored the only goal at Ashton Gate earlier on this season when these sides met. He's alongside McBurney. They have the job of firing them, of course, closer to promotion tonight if they can see off Bristol City. Attacking talent aplenty on the bench, with last season's top scorer Billy Sharp and Oliver Norwood among the substitutes. Nigel Pearson names an unchanged side, and with them all fully fit given their performance at Vicarage Road on Saturday, that is understandable. Between the sticks, Max O'Leary will still feel he could have done better maybe for the second goal at the weekend. He is back in the 11, back four of Tanner, Viner, Pring and De Silva. Andy King said the side need to win ugly after defeat at Watford. He partners Matty James. Captain Vyman sitting in behind that front three of Bell, Cornick, Naki Wells, the latter striking the crossbar, unlucky not to find the net as well at the weekend. And that bench, as the chaps have been discussing, with returning players so strong, Cal Naismith, Tommy Conway, Alex Scott, Mehmeti and Mark Sykes returning following suspension as well. So an unchanged side tonight, Downsy, after a strong performance at Vicarage Road.
Thank you very much, Toby. Unchanged side means confidence, doesn't it? And great to see that the boss has picked the same side.
Yeah, and I think the performance against Watford, the scoreline didn't really reflect how well we played. So I think that merits the same team. I was just saying it's a really strong bench as well, which is good. Especially with that injury crisis, we've just seemed to get through it now. So hopefully some of those boys on the bench can get some minutes as well. I think we're statistically safe now, and I don't think there's a chance we'll be getting playoffs. So an opportunity to see some of these boys play. It'll be difficult out there tonight. I've done Bramwell Lane, especially at this stage of the season. It's dark. I don't know why it seems to add atmosphere when it's night time. It'll be electric in there, so it'll be a good experience for all the young boys out there today.
Yeah, your thoughts on the team, Chris? Yeah,
I think you've just got to reward the lads who did very well at the weekend. They just need to polish off their performance in the last third, be a bit braver. Alex Scott came on and passed the ball a little bit more forward, and once the ball is in the box, they've got to make those killer runs. Sometimes the ball doesn't go for you, and sometimes the ball doesn't end up in the back of the net. But for me, they played excellent football. They were knocking it around really well, really quickly. They had a very good Watford team under a lot of pressure. So yeah, I'm not surprised he's kept the same team.
I'm really excited about tonight. I think it's going to be an awesome game. It's going to be a bit of a battle. We'll see how it all pans out. These two are going to keep you abreast of all the action from Bramwell Lane as we go through the course of this evening. But what about the gaffer? What about the thoughts of Nigel Pearson? Robins TV caught up with him just a few moments ago.
Nigel, you've named an unchanged team today here at Bramwell Lane. I can imagine you'll want to see much of the same from your side as you did at the weekend, but with a bit more end product.
Yeah, in many ways, but we need to take our chances. That's the bottom line. So I think our performances of late have been very good, been positive, but we've got to find ways of winning those games where things aren't going quite our way in terms of in front of goal. It'll be a tough game tonight, but one that the players should look forward to.
It being a tough place to come, that bravery that you've spoken about will be key if you're going to really break down that Sheffield United defence.
Well, it is in every game that we play, but if we want to be a success moving forward, we've got to deal with any team that we come up against. And so, when you come to places like this against sides who are in good form, no point coming in and being negative or being thinking in anything other than a positive way. We've got to come here and be ourselves. They'll know that we've got plenty of players who cause them problems. So I don't worry about those types of things. I just think for our players, it's for them, they've got to go into these games and be a pain in the neck for our opponents. Simple as that, really. I mean, it's every game's winnable. In the same way that every game, if you don't do things right, you know, you can lose them. So, yeah, it's about mindset.
The options from the substitutes bench continue to go from strength to strength. Mark Sykes comes back in.
Yeah.
That's a welcome boost as well.
Yeah, we've got a strong bench, and the players who are in the side, they're challenged between now and the end of the season, as I've said to the players. If you're starting, make sure that your aim is to stay there at the end of the season. And if you're not in the side, your aim's got to be get into the side. So, you know, there'll be occasions that we not rotate, because I'm not a big fan of using that term, but we'll make changes based on what the team needs. But generally speaking, players will keep their place if they play well. And hence why we've not really made changes tonight. I think we were pretty dominant at the weekend without getting, you know, being efficient in terms of converting chances. But all in all, I want another positive performance, and let's see where that takes us.
Best of luck.
Cheers, thanks.
Hello, welcome back. Just a bit of slight floor managing going on. It's a very busy studio tonight, and let me tell you, my next guest has had an incredible season, as have her team, Bristol City Women, flying high at the top of the FA Women's Championship at the moment. And I'm pleased to say that Abby Harrison has joined us here at the desk. 6 points clear at the top. Gosh, what an exciting season. How have you coped?
Yeah, no, it's not always been 6 points. It's been slightly bigger, slightly less, but you know, we've just sort of stuck to what we know and playing our football and letting the other teams around us leapfrog and stuff with each other, and we've sort of been there at the top for the majority of the season. So I think the table probably shows, you know, what we deserve and how we've been playing, and hopefully we do what we intend to.
It means so much to everybody, doesn't it? That one promotional spot, it came so close last season, and you know, it means everything to everybody at Bristol City Women.
Yeah, no, for sure, and I don't think that's just Bristol City Women. You know, obviously we're in the performance centre with the men as well, and you know, they sort of know what's going on, know how we're doing, and the coaching staff are equipped as well, and knowing that. So we're all in it together, and you know, it's that one club approach, and our success is their success, and vice versa. So yeah, it's been a great season, and I'm sure if we manage to do it, it'll be enjoyed by all. Are you
going to come along to the Charlton game, Rob?
Sunday.
At the end of the season, the last home game of the season, yeah.
We'll see.
You'll be there. You'll be there. It has been a bit of a dogfight with London City, hasn't it? I mean, that's the sort of rivalry at the top there. The atmosphere is going to be electric, and you're also trying to beat your own attendance record at Ashton Gate as well. So it's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, you know, you touch on London City. They've had a good couple of years, and they challenge us. And you know, we've won one, they've won one. Sorry, in the head-to-head challenges. So it comes down, you know, everyone can beat everyone in our league. So we've managed to stay consistent and have momentum against everyone else. So yeah, hopefully a record crowd, and you know, if you want to hopefully see a promotion and see a trophy lifted down at Ashton Gate, get yourself down this Sunday. Yeah,
it would be an absolute joy to see it all happen. And as far as tickets are concerned, over 4,500 tickets now sold. What do we need to beat the record?
I think it's, you've put me on the spot, probably just over 5.
It was just over 5.
I think was the last game of the season last year, which unfortunately for us, Liverpool lifted the trophy here. So hopefully another record, but this time it's us smiling and celebrating.
Okay, and as far as the mood in the camp, how do you stay focused at this point? It must be, you know, very difficult, because it's everybody's sort of looking at you. There's lots of pressure on you to perform. You know, as you say, at the HPC, all the lads are there as well. I mean, you know, it's your spotlight moment, because you could actually do it this Sunday, can you?
Yeah, no. So if we win, regardless of other results, that's us crowned champions. I think, you know, as you go through the season, you're at the top, and it's what you want. But now it's within, you know, our control, and it's just one win we need. So we'll be doing everything that we have been doing all season, because it's worked so far. Obviously, there's a little added extra in the sense of if we get the 3 points, we do obviously get crowned as champions. But day to day, you know, this week will be no different to what we've done all season. And we'll go into it, and, you know, we enjoy playing at Ashton Gate. We enjoy getting the record crowds, and hopefully, as I say, we've got even more to celebrate this Sunday.
Excellent. We wish you all the best. I'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. Excellent. All right, talking about tickets, by the way, season tickets for Ashton Gate renewal are up as well. You have until May the 2nd to get your seats secured. You can do all the details at bcfc.co.uk, where you'll find all of the tickets for Bristol City Women versus Charlton as well on Sunday. Tickets just £8 for adults, £4 for juniors for that one. And you can even check out some of the hospitality there as well. So lots to do, lots to see, forthcoming attractions here at Ashton Gate. However, still to come tonight on Robins TV. Well, yes, it's Ramadan. Robins TV talks Ramadan, and we have every second of the action from Bramall Lane. Also.
So we've got all this outdoor space here, and it's perfect for companies to come in, whether they're small or large. So we cater for maybe a team of 12 or a team of 800. They can come here, have a really positive experience and be rewarded for all their hard work in the office or whatever industry they're from.
As we've got such a big company, a lot of us don't see each other.
Being able for the first time to get everyone out together in one place doing an activity together was great for team bonding and boosting that morale.
We can hone in on specific skills such as communication, leadership, teamwork, resilience. Here we've got a 400-metre military assault course, which is fantastic for team building. If you want a morale booster, this is the place to come.
It all starts with a dream to play football, to make our city proud. For these young Bristolians, football is more than just a game. The future is now. It's in the hands of these young players. They were once just like these kids, dreaming of one day playing for their club. Now, they're the stars of BS3. Join these players and thousands of other City fans on our exciting journey.
You're watching Robins TV live from Ashton Gate for our coverage of Bristol City's trip to South Yorkshire. All the action from Bramall Lane from 7:45 tonight. However, next tonight, meet Mo Dalla, a lifelong Bristol City fan who's been chatting to Robins TV about celebrating Ramadan.
I'm Mohammed Dawla, I'm a Bristol City fan, I'm a Muslim, and I follow my faith as well as football. I've been following City 17 seasons now. First couple of years I was a member, watching them regularly, and then I think we've just renewed. We're into our 15th season now as a season ticket holder. My faith, first of all, is the biggest priority in my life. Nothing can ever supersede that. However, football, it's not far behind at all. It's a big passion, and and it's a common saying. A lot of people, to them, football is their religion. Like, as I said, nothing will supersede my religion in terms of being, a Muslim and following Islam. But football, it's a big passion of mine. We're in the blessed month of Ramadan at the moment, so it's about me having my priorities. So in order to make sure I can kind of accommodate both, so the moment it's announced, the start date, and when it's about to finish, immediately I look at the fixture list. Yeah, and that is my priority, to see how I can kind of ensure that I don't neglect anything to do with my faith. At the same time, don't miss out on attending Bristol City games as well. So I'll look at the fixtures and I'll plan ahead. and by planning, it allows me to, as I say, enjoy both. And yeah, so far so good really. We all follow the faith, but we're all humans and we all have our kind of ups and downs in life. You know, we have our adverse moments and stuff really. So it's Ramadan's an opportunity to turn that adversity into opportunity really, you know. You could probably count on one hand how many people of different backgrounds you'll actually see who attend games and that. So I've been coming, as I say, 16, 17 years. From day dot, initially I was the only Asian person I'd ever see. You know, and that's never mind religion, that's just in terms of like, you know, ethnicity as well. So it was a bit of a concern to me to begin with, and, you know, there was kind of mixed experience I had, and I don't think it's deliberate. More recently, so Jerry, you know, who's the supporters liaison officer, he's a godsend. So, you know, through him, we had a few conversations, I explained what my kind of, you know, how do I want to go about this? How can we kind of change the mindset of the club itself as well as the fans? Like, you know, we've invited the community, the mosque visitors and stuff to come to several games, and yeah, if you speak to them now, they've all enjoyed the experience. The club have made them feel really welcome, so we're heading in the right direction. Fam, he first arrived, and I kind of took that upon myself. I knew he was from Senegal, and Senegal predominantly, it's a Muslim country, and first thing I said is, oh, you're a fellow Muslim, so you know what, if you need anything in terms of where to pray and stuff, just, you know, get in touch. And yeah, so we kind of swapped numbers and never looked back since. Like, and so it weren't just a relationship in terms of religion kind of thing, but we became friends. When we were growing up, in our generation, our parents had no interest in trying to take their kids to football and stuff, like, you know, yeah. So we're trying to change that mindset now, like, you know, where kids do have that passion, and because of that passion, we want to, you know, let them enjoy it as well, like, you know, yeah. So yeah, as we said, gradually we are heading in the right direction now, like, yeah.
Great to meet Mo, and a very happy Ramadan to you if you celebrate, of course, until Friday. Right, you're watching Robins TV. It is going to be a big one tonight. Chris Honor has joined Rob and I back here in the studio. Of course, you know, Sheffield United, Chris, are fighting for that automatic promotion, but they might even win the league, to be fair. Certainly for the second place. They're going to be well up for it tonight.
Yeah, of course, they have the privilege of having the parachute payments. They're still able to get loan signings from the Premier Division. They've got some real superstars in that team, and they should be right up there. Bristol City will have their work cut out tonight. There'll be a massive atmosphere. It's a Tuesday night under floodlights, and they've got everything to play for. But Bristol City, I think, can surprise them. It's one of those evenings when there's nothing expected of you. There's nothing to play for. You're mid-table. You can't go down. You can't get in the playoffs. But they're sometimes the best nights when there's no pressure on you and you've got just football to play for, a bit of fun, and to ruin the party. So yeah, I really fancy a good game this evening.
Rob, Nigel always seems fairly sort of relaxed. He seems to want players to be themselves, to show their own characteristics. What sort of messages have been passed around this week?
Yeah, you know, it's another opportunity to prepare for next season. You mentioned the gaffer being, you know, calm and relaxed, but as soon as that whistle goes, he's going to want us to be 100 miles an hour. The atmosphere is going to be good, so I think it's important that we kind of nullify that early, show that we want to be here, regardless of the fact that, you know, we're not going to get relegated, we're not going to get promoted. We've got to be present, and we've got to turn up, otherwise it could be a difficult night.
Is it, as you know, Chris has alluded to this already, at this sort of point in the season, you know, we're not going to get relegated, we're probably not going to get to the playoffs. Is it difficult to find motivation as a player at this time of year?
I'm sure it varies from player to player, but ultimately you've got a job to do, and you know, it's going to be tough today if you go in with that sort of mentality that, you know, the season's over, you know, you're on the beach already. No, you can't afford to really do that, not at Bristol City anyway, and the gaffer won't let any of the boys do that tonight.
All right, good stuff. All right, for now, Rob and Chris, thank you very much. You're watching Robins TV. Thanks very much for joining us. Now, as ever, we have to say goodbye to our friends on Facebook and YouTube. However, it is a domestic game tonight, as well as being shown all around the world. So you can buy your Robins TV pass for just £10 at bcfc.co.uk. If you want to see every kick of the action from Bramall Lane, do it right now. Join us at bcfc.co.uk.